Beneath the surface of this drum lies a void that could very well cause the destruction of this particular drum. Instead, let's see what happens. Going through the last day of the drum building experience, I'm super excited. Roz and Chad has just been straight amazing, and I've really got to know them in a deeper level. The process, going through the recording process, showing drums, and I'm just super honored to be able to meet them. I just want to say thank you for hanging out. This video is going to offer a more inspiring look at the power of pushing your passions, trying new things, and connecting with like-minded individuals. Whether you're a drummer or a musician, simply someone who appreciates craftsmanship, please do not miss this glimpse into the magic of an Outlaw drum building experience, and check out the very end of this video because we're going to talk about something very unique and different.
It's got a good
Cat.
yeah.
Cat.
But they both do. That's the thing. Man. I'm gonna play the heck out of both of them.
Oh man. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of really blown away when they said that they knew Chad. They met Chad at a restaurant. He was outside smoking a cigarette, and they went out and talked to him, and he was just like so cool and down to earth, and I just knew that right from the beginning. If you are a fan of Chad Smith, if I had to describe his play, he kind of plays off the cuff real fast. If I could say anything about this experience, Chad and Roz from Michigan, they literally brought the cold weather with them. Like 2 weeks before this, we was like outside in shorts. And now we have 8 inches of snow, which is very rare to snow. Like they literally, the day they came down, the schools were closed. They closed it because of the buses. And it got really bad around South Georgia here, and basically this whole town shut down. It is, and they had a curfew out too. So I was kind of really nervous about starting the drum building experience being so cold, because sometimes lacquers and wood glue likes to do funny things. So our 20-degree morning started off cutting out some staves and getting everything glued up for the first step. So after we kind of decided what type of wood we was going to use, we started gluing everything up. So it was very difficult at first trying to combine the days that it takes to do a drum into 4 days, because normally a lot of this is glue time. So long story short, we have a lot of extra time for music and drumstick making. So what we decided to do here, we decided to go with Honduras old mahogany. This is some old mahogany that we laminated on top of southern yellow pine. And what this does is puts a level of barrier. Basically makes the stave wood stronger because there's levels. Each grain goes vertical and horizontal, staggering for strength. We decided to build 2 drums because a lot of times when we're baking, if I'm making 1 drum, I'm gonna make 2 of them, because sometimes in the milling process, you're removing chunks of wood and accidents happen, and it does. Oh my God, it does. There were some issues kind of hiding beneath the surface, underneath the grain, underneath the wood, and you could not tell it when you was clamping it up. Right now I'm showing Chad how to flatten the drum shell. You can definitely choose to do this by hand. We chose to do this from this approach. So which drum shell is he gonna pick to take home? So while we're letting the glue dry, we decided to check out our lathe skills and make some Purple Heart drumsticks from scratch. The second day I felt like was pretty exciting because now you're able to see the drum kind of start coming to life. This is the part where those boards are actually become a circle, and a lot of milling and a lot of chunks get taken off of it. Lots of layers of wood starts coming off of it. And this is the time where you can catch anything that gets messed up. And right here we discover a massive, massive void in this drum shell that really kind of messed us up. This is part of the process that I call driving the bus. And if the drum is gonna mess up, there's a good strong chance it's probably gonna be on this cut. This is the outside, and we're gonna be doing the inside here in just a second. But both of these processes are extreme. We're taking a lot of wood off, and you can't tell I got the vacuum kind of sucking up some wood here, but you're taking off a pile of wood, but you're left with a perfect round cylinder. Now the mahogany was definitely a lot easier to cut. It definitely cut a lot cleaner, a lot easier. It kind of, you can kind of classify cutting it more like butter.
I'm doing that for sure. Just see if you got it. There's a little spot right there.
This is where we ran into an issue right here. Yeah, this is the problem right here, and there's three options we can fix it. We can either cut the drum shell down, we can put epoxy in it, or we can try to mill the drum shell down thinner, which would be very thin. So what we decided to do here is leave the center thick, milling the bad spot out, and which could very, very make the drum, give it more mass, but at the same time have enough thin resonation to be able to capture that body and some mass to the drum shell to give it some volume. See, a lot of the times you're left with doing the outsides thicker, hence having re-rings gives, a lot of drums are done like that. But we're an outlaw and we're gonna do things a little bit different. And it's one of them things where it didn't come out as quite as planned, but we're kind of going with it and kind of seeing what kind of sound that we're gonna demonstrate at the end of this video with. Now this is the part where you work it up in levels. You start off with a 60 grit and you work all the way up to 220. We're putting 45-degree edges on it, outside and inner. So Chad chose to go with kind of a torch finish on the pine, and it really kind of pulls the grain out and it kind of stabilizes it, and it's warming our hands up. It is super cold in the shop. And what we're doing right here, we're just trying to keep everything even, kind of neutral, very consistent. And on the mahogany shells, we chose to go with a oil wax finish, hand done. And just with the mahogany, it's so classy. It really takes staying good. Mahogany is one of the woods that they made a lot of boat handrails with. It's a wood that just has a lot of oil in it naturally. It's very stable. Drum builders, guitar makers love building instruments out of this mahogany. This is some old mahogany that's been stabilized for wall boards for a very, very long time, and it's very stable, and it loves color, and it's like a sponge, and it just kind of soaks it up.
I mean, look at that's cool.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Chad got this really cool show coming up February the 7th. He really wants to play this snare for this show, so hopefully everything comes out just right. So while we're waiting on glue to dry, it's time for a quick jam session. Yeah, so what we did, we decided to build two drums, and at the end of the day, we're going to let Chad pick, see which ones that he wants, which one he prefers to take home with him. I'll lie to you, I probably had one of the funnest times just jamming out with Chad, and Roz is she's the ultimate supporter with music. Like, she loves to hear like floor toms. She loves to hear him play the drums. She loves this whole experience was an anniversary gift to give to him, that she can come and be a part with him as well. We probably spent equal amount of time in the studio recording, going back and forth, working on the drums, coming back, jamming some, trying to just, and really just diving in different sounds. And I'm just learning it as we go too. This ain't something that we do a whole lot of. This is something that is kind of a trial basis. And man, it's been so fun. This has been like, I want to keep doing it. So if you're interested in coming to Georgia and going through an experience, let me know. And we can build you your dream snare drum. So if any cabinet makers or woodworkers out there, you know how aggravating it is trying to spray when it's really, really cold. Things seem to take a little bit longer to dry, which is a good thing because it slows down the humidity. The worst thing you can do when it's spraying when it's too hot and very humid. So this is the last day here, and we're putting the drum together so we can go back to the studio and try it out, see how she sounds, seeing if it's really going to sound as good as I hope it does and think it does. And we'll have to see because both of these have different characteristics and different personalities. I feel like the mahogany is going to be one more for a volume, more for a bigger room. The pine is going to be more of a softer kind of wood that's going to be more dedicated to maybe a little smaller gigs, something that's kind of a little more, likes a little bit more muffled because the wood is a lot softer. Even though the mahogany does have pine mixed in with it, it kind of adds a little bit more volume when you start adding more mass to the shell, because anytime that you add mass to a drum shell, you're going to have less resonation. The lighter the drum is normally is the more resonant, the more vibration it's going to achieve.
Yeah, man.
So yep, Chad gets to sign this drum. We're getting ready to try it out.
Yes.
This is the part of the video where me and Chad start speaking a different language. This is where we start nerding out.
It's got a good cat.
Chop, cap,
Yeah.
cap.
But they both do. That's the thing. Man. I'm going to play the heck out of both of them.
Oh man.
That really turned out beautiful.
Isn't that beautiful?
That is so beautiful. You're gonna be proud of that for years
Oh,
to come.
yeah.
Heck yeah.
Look at that.
Oh,
Here's
that's
his other
beautiful,
one.
too. These are the male
Oh,
trees,
yeah.
right? Isn't that
I'm
beautiful?
going to bring
Yeah.
one of them home, but like, look at the knot over here.
Oh my gosh!
And how it just looks so different on
It
this side
does.
versus on this side.
Yeah, because no piece of wood is the same.
No.
Isn't that beautiful?
Isn't that gorgeous?
And they both sound amazing.
Yeah, this
Of course
one's
they
more
do.
crisp and that one's a little warmer. It sounds like a
Michael,
shotgun.
Michael's good what he does.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
yes, it is.
Got a gift.
He does have a gift.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all about the wood.
And if you didn't know this, I love a good solid drop D sound, rock, vintage. I mean, there's some nights that me and Chad, we jammed, and that's not on this recording. That was just mind blowing. This was a significant void that left us very puzzled and very concerned, and it did seem like it was a huge setback that we were going to have to start over. There was moments where we could have easily lost hope and chunked this drum in. However, instead of letting the problem defeat us, we decided to turn it into a unique opportunity for a very unique sound, and it does sound very good. that thick band going around the inside, I feel like it helps bounce around the notes. More like kind of having like carpet into a room that's really kind of dry sounding. It kind of helps loosen up those overtones. So how about this? This unexpected twist taught us a very valuable lesson that sometimes what appears to be setbacks can also lead to extraordinary outcomes. Later to find out, Chad has named these two drums Max and Pepper. So Chad got to play the mahogany snare drum at his show, and it was a sold-out arena, solid packed out, just phenomenal night. I'm so excited, so happy to hear this. I was really hoping everything was going to work out in time. Like I told you, I got some exciting news. We are offering weddings right here at Outlaw Drums. I just got my minister license, so yeah, I can literally marry you now. Super excited about this. We're just kind of getting everything kind of set up. We've been kind of working on a lot of different things, building benches, getting things kind of going. And if this is something that you want to kind of look into, DM me and we can make this happen. Till next time, thank you guys so much. And all our Patreons over there, guys, I love you guys so much. And till next time, peace. Just want to thank you guys for hanging out to the very end of this video, and thank you guys for all our Patreons. Thank you, Chad and Roz, for just an amazing time. Until next time, God bless.